the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here between the Orlando Wizards taking on the Voyagers of Virginia Beach. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys have really been struggling. Just 2 wins over their last 8. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys back home following their international trip a week ago. So we'll see if all that traveling has any lingering effects going forward. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go from Virginia Beach. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and a yard. Baker going to give it to Irving. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for Orlando.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0.
Wizards, nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Scouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
But it's fourth down.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Up the middle they go. It's Harrison. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play fake. Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the 1st down.
Orlando, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cade Otton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Wizards are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Voyagers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. Now he's going to step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. On the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. In motion goes the tight end. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
1st down, here's White. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Bucky Irving from 3 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Voyagers 7.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And to the 43, 3. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Orlando.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
A run up the middle with Irving. And down inside the 15 he goes. 67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
On the jet sweep, this is Godwin. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Mayfield. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
A 31-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Mayfield now from the 50. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Chris Godwin, 50 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Yaya Diaby drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Mayfield now. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. But the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Wizards offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A gain of 15. And in Orlando, first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 30-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
To throw, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Mayfield with it once more. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here's a handoff to Irving. Ooh, with a juke. Now inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead a little cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
Our look across the NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Hope you're all having a very happy holiday season as we run through these final few games of the calendar year 2025. Here are the highlights. And this is Joe Burrow. This is going to end up a touchdown. The Lumberjacks took care of business. They win it by 5. From there, we check out another big late-season game. Playoff implications here. And it's the rookie first-round draft pick, Omarion Hampton. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Aviators get the W by 2 touchdowns. One more to tell you about in the NFL International Series. And it's Jordan Love. On target with that one, he had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Antlers find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. With that, we'll show you the playoff picture in the NFC. Still lots to be decided as we speed towards a conclusion next week. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And he won't quite make it to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
For a Virginia Beach first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll start on the ground with Irvin. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Once again, it's Irvin. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Orlando.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
Mayfield.
47-yard line.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Mayfield running the option right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him.
Kenneth Grant, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Harrison. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and a couple. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That's good.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Oh, some strong running. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Jamel Dean.
They'll look to throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end results on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for the quarterback.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it will be an excellent return here all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Slot man moves right. Now Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's good for Orlando.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now he's going to step, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Wizards are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly,
because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 15. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw here. Can't get away, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 161 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run out of the gun with Irving. Wiggles free. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 11-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Rasul Douglas picks it. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the fourth quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mayfield now. He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Irving. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 194 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Orlando, first down. 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them.
Touchdown! Cade Otton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Wizards add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
The coverage by Benjamin Morrison.
The offense on third down, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 16. In trouble, and he's taken down. Vita Vea able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Well, 207 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
First down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Orlando, they moved to 5-11 now on the year. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.